everybody. Happy Sunday. I hope your Sunday's going amazing. And it is officially February, the longest month of the year. January is over and we're into the love month. So welcome. Anyway, I'm Jason. Oh my
wow. Well, then
God.
who am I? You've taken my identity.
I'm Meagan.
Welcome to our Sunday comic showcase. So this is the quick show that we put out on all our streams where we go over the latest comics that we have purchased in store. People bring in all kinds of stuff from Golden Era all the way to modern comics. We try to pick out some really good keys that we're going to bring to the show today. And we're just going to talk about the history of them. We're going to talk about what's cool about them, things of that sort. That's what this show is about.
Yes.
So all you need to do is you just need to travel over to our website. I'll show you how to do that. So we are at infinityflux.net. Just go there and you just go to the comics at the top and just go to the collectible comics. And these are the ones that we'll be going over today.
Are we on Instagram?
Yeah, we're on Instagram. See?
Okay. It's a little delayed.
Yep.
All right, cool. Yes, welcome everybody. Again, hope your weekend's going well. Let us know in the comments that you're watching.
Comments.
We want to talk to you. We want to say hello. Let us know if you have any questions. We'll answer those as well. Yeah, looking bubbly today. Also, I'm totally doing my hair right now. This is like that TikTok thing. And yeah, this is real life.
I don't know about that, but it is nice. It's nice hair. I don't know about these TikTok
It's drying
things.
right now. It's going to look nicer when I take it out, but it's not dry yet, so I'm leaving it in. Anyway.
Okay, so I guess let's start going over the comics.
Yes.
You want to go first or second?
I'll let you go first.
Okay, so the first comic I'm going over, it's almost a full set. It is the West Coast Avengers. So this series only went 10 issues. The main one is number 7 because it's the first appearance of Jeff the Land Shark. Everybody loves Jeff the Land Shark more than ever because of the Marvel Rivals game. Issue number 6 is his first cameo. A lot of people don't know that. It's not even on Key Collector for some reason. But he's got a little cameo in issue 6. Issue 7 is the first full appearance. This is the entire set. Just walked in the door yesterday, except for issue number 1. Oddly enough, that issue number 1, it's really not worth much because Jeff didn't show up yet. He wasn't going to be showing up for another 5-6 issues. These are grade-worthy copies, really, really beautiful, beautiful copies. And so that is sort of our first offering today. West Coast Avengers, I believe the series started in 2019.
Mm-hmm. All right, and welcome
controlling it here.
AG, online customer here, he says. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. All right, my first 2 things we're going to go over today are some graded books that just walked in yesterday. So first up, we have Amazing Spider-Man 97. This is graded at a 4.0. Who knows? Raise your hand if you know why this is an important comic. So
surely I do.
From 19, it says it in the title, giving it away. Let's see. So is this? Okay. So this is the issue that was not approved by the Comics Code because I think the government had asked Stan Lee to do a story covering drugs and how they were bad. And so they did that, but because the Comics Code was absolutely insane and wouldn't even let them have things like Catwoman or the most basic of things, of course they were not allowed to talk about drugs. So in this issue, it was the first one where they were like, whatever. So it was not approved. And that definitely led to the dismantling of the Comics Code. Hey, Paul. Hey, Scott. Good to see you guys. So that's a super important one. Only $75 because of that grade on it. And then the other one is Spectacular Spider-Man 27. This just, if I'm missing the CCA stamps, you know where you can find some. That is true. I need to not read the comments out loud before I read them because, you know me, I would say something ridiculous. Don't test me. Anyway, this is signed by Frank Miller, 9.2 signature series, and it's signed in the first page, so you won't see it on the cover here, but it is signed, and 9.2. This is absolutely, I think the lowest up, when I looked at this up yesterday, was like $250, so definitely a great price on both of those books.
I've caught Daredevil fever recently because of the show coming back. I'm glad to hear that they're going to make it a lot like the Netflix one. That show was awesome. Really brutal, though. Like, man, the fighting of that show. Okay, so the next one I'm going to go over is a big, big set. who has the deep pockets, because you can buy Wolverine's entire first solo series, ongoing, that is. It's Wolverine number 1 through 189. So many iconic things in this series. Of course, it starts out with the issue number 1 where he is Patch. He's not Wolverine because the X-Men were supposed to be dead. But Marvel didn't care. They needed to give this character his own series. Wolverine was super duper hot. So it began with him incognito, if you will. Also has the issue with him and Joe Fixit looking swank in their suits. The Sabretooth and Wolverine, their sort of rivalry really starts up in this series. Later on, of course, the media with Deadpool. So many iconic issues. And this is the entire one. There are a few variants in here. You can read the details. We're not going to go over every detail and all the stuff about condition. That's all written down. The show is more about just discussing the books in general. Mm-hmm. So Wolverine 1 through 189, the entire series. I doubt there are many of these up, if any at all, for a lot of money.
And thank you so much, Aubrey. I see that you snagged that Comics Code book. You look up here, it's going to disappear. Blam, it's gone. Okay, my next thing, we will do this Excalibur 1 through 26, another complete set. So this is just $40 for 26 issues. You get the complete 2019 run. Lots of keys in this, and it's the first appearance of the new Excalibur team. If you are sick of X-Men, switch over to Excalibur for a second.
I hope you're not. Wait till you see what I go over next.
So I kid, but yeah, these are just slightly red and great little set.
Okay, so next up, I have another X-Men book. It's X-Men number 96. So this is more of a reader copy. It's a 3.0. It's got the first appearance of Moira McTaggart, who was just an X-Men ally for a long time until Jonathan Hickman was like, you know what? I'm going to change that. And in House of X, he made her an Omega level mutant, where she remembers all of her past lives. That storyline just blew my mind, really changed a lot of things about X-Men, the whole House and Powers of X thing. Anyway, Moira's first appearance is in this. There's a few other things in this. This is where Wolverine first has his Berserker Rage. You give somebody claw hands, it's going to happen eventually. And this is also fourth appearance of a lot of the X-Men, the new team, basically Storm, Colossus, Nightcrawler, because they all debuted in giant size, and then they debuted in the X-Men book with number 94. So, how far do you tag appearances, though? Mm-hmm. Fourth appearance, fifth appearance, sixth. Still very early appearances of those characters as well.
You didn't make the thing where it has like the banner at the bottom of our website.
Oh, well... We're on infinityflux.net. You heard it here.
And Greg said his friend's just 2 issues away from finishing that same Wolverine set.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
Yes. Okay.
We've built maybe 3 of them in 10 years. So, and we actively try to do that.
All right. Next one I'll go over is a great, just $35 on the Sergeant Fury and his Howling Commandos, number 8, all the way from 1964. This is the first appearance of one of the most evil guys ever, Baron Zemo. What did he create? Like the Masters of Evil. You don't get more evil than that, I don't think. So,
and a Nazi.
Yeah, so. I didn't want to say it out loud, but bad guy. Anyway, $35 for this issue with his first appearance, and just a super cool Silver Age book right here.
All right, so next up, so Meagan organizes a show, and I have to say, you put some of my expensive stuff towards the beginning. Silver Surfer number 1. This is a book that just keeps going up and up and up. Great cover. It was a pretty limited series. It went I can't remember, 14 issues maybe. Anyhow, the number 1, it's hard to find this in good shape. I put this at a 5.5. You might think I'm right on. You might think it's maybe a little bit better. Because it's such a thick book, it's very easy to damage. Every time they come in, it's usually pretty damaged. It's been announced that Shala Bal, whose first appearance is in this, Silver Surfer's wife, is going to be Silver Surfer in the new Fantastic Four movie. So that has made this go back up even more. This also has Origin of Silver Surfer. So again, another really big book that we are bringing to the show today for those of you who have the deep pockets. But if you don't, it's just cool to show these books off. Back from 1968, Silver Age.
Yeah, and behind the scenes, Jason has to wrestle with himself, like, do I even want to sell this? So
yeah, I mean, technically, I don't think I was going to sell that, but here it is on the show, so it's for sale.
All right, my next thing, I'm going to go over this Wonder Woman 207, which absolutely a cover that makes me uncomfortable, for $50, 7.5, and yeah, controversial cover depicting Wonder Woman tied up, because we all know the creator of Wonder Woman was a freak in the sheets, and here we have it. So, but still an iconic Wonder Woman issue number 207 for just $50.
And so the creator of Wonder Woman, he's the guy who helped create the comics code.
I don't know. There's so many documentaries and books and movies about him, and it was just overwhelming.
He pushed for it. Content. He's the guy who
right.
like really pushed to do that.
He was like sort of
even though
twisted dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Well, cognitive dissonance.
Okay, so next up, check this out. Not Mad Magazine. It's before it was a magazine. It's Mad number 7 from 1953. So this has a lot of problems. It's a 2.0. You know, there's tape on the spine, but how often do you see this? Back when it was an EC comic, EC didn't just do horror. They also did satirical stuff that eventually turned into Mad Magazine. I went down the rabbit hole on this because I was like, I wonder when Alfred E. Newman showed up. He did not show up until issue number 21. And it became a magazine, I think, in issue 24. So he showed up right before. But here's what I learned about Alfred E. Newman. No one knows who came up with him. Because that picture of sort of the gap-toothed, goofy, man-child thing, they have seen that in ads as far back as the late 1800s.
Huh.
Yeah, so, and no one knows where he came from. He was using ads for all kinds of things, including, he would also say, "What me worry," things like that, like his expression that Mad uses. Mm-hmm. And it was for like no pain dentistry. So it'd be like, yeah, go to this dentist. And there'd be an Alfred E. Newman going, I'm not worried about this. And somehow people thought that we would trust that. I don't know. The ads are pretty funny.
Yeah.
So anyhow, we have Mad number 7 back from 1953. And I thought you'd like a little nugget about Alfred E. Newman, who's not even in it yet.
Let me have it. Oh my gosh. All right. Next up for me, we'll do Aquaman 11, first appearance of Mera from 1963. I have a lot of stuff from the 60s today. So yeah, this is a 4.5. And there are, one thing to note about this, page numbers in this issue. Somebody wrote page numbers on every page and pin. They have pretty good handwriting. But yeah, so that is something to note.
That's nice. They avoided all the art. You know, they kind of put it right where a page number would go.
Yeah.
If they did that in the upper right.
So definitely an important issue for any Aquaman fans for $160.
Okay, so let's just keep it up with Instagram here too. All right, so next up, I have a Marvel miniseries that is based on a movie that was originally based on a book. It's Logan's Run, number 1 through 7, the complete set. So in the comic and the movie, how it is when you're 31, because I don't know if you know the story of Logan's Run. Mm-hmm. So pretty much it's set in the future, and when you hit 31, you have to die. Like they just consider you a waste of a person at that point for some reason. Which is crazy. All my best years were past 31. And so Logan, he is a Sandman. He's somebody, that's what they call the people who kill anyone once they're 31. They go after anyone who runs. Well, he himself goes, hey, I've had a change of heart now that I'm 31. And he goes on the run, pursued by, his other Sandman allies. In the book, it actually was 21. They changed it for the movie. They were like, that is too young. Like the actors that they had cast are like, I don't think people are going to believe these people are 21. So let's go with 31. And they kept that in the movie, and it's that way in the comic as well. So there's a fun little fact about Logan's Run. And here today, you can buy the entire Marvel series back when they were kind of doing that with a lot of movies at the time.
How do I highlight a comment?
You just click on the comment. Yep.
Why wouldn't I highlight that? Thank you so much.
Guillotine Aficionado.
Aficionado.
That's a great name.
Okay. Thank you for the compliment. All right. My next one, I will do Shazam number 28 from 1977, second appearance of Black Adam here in an original story. So you can read a little bit more about it as well, about Black Adam's publication history. $50. Jason has all the fun facts. So,
Well, let me ask you about the cover. Who do you think is winning right here?
Let's see. Black Adam, This Is Impossible. You're Dead.
I just mean what's happening.
Yeah,
one flying into the other.
I mean, I feel like we haven't seen his facial expression change yet from what's occurring here. So, not Shazam.
I feel like Shazam is winning. Like he's unflappable. Like Black Adam's hitting him with it looks like all his might.
This is the second before he reacts to it. We're seeing like
that could
that's
be.
what I think.
But based on what I'm seeing here, I don't know. It seems like Black Adam's pretty ineffective against Shazam, but you could be right.
So, anyhow.
All right. Let's see. What is my next one to go over? It is going to be past that. Headline Comics number 58. So, yeah, we've had some cool Golden Age books come through. No, they're not in grade-worthy 9.0 condition, but they're still in good shape for their time. I mean, back in the 50s, no one was bagging and boarding comics. So this is just a good old Golden Age crime, pre-code crime comic where these guys apparently are stealing logs. What horrible criminals. I mean, if you're going to work that hard to steal logs, just get a regular job. All right, your turn.
All right, so my next one we'll do. I love this cover, Fantastic Four number 45. This is the first appearance of the Inhumans. I don't know. I just love this cover in space, and everybody's facial expressions are, I don't know. There's something very captivating about it to me. So I love it, and it's $150. First cameo of Black Bolt as well, and first team appearance of the Inhumans.
It's got a real classic sci-fi team look to it, which is so perfect for Fantastic Four.
So check that out.
Okay, so I have one more Golden Age book to go over next. It is Real Clue Crime Stories. So this is definitely a better low grade than no grade copy of this. You know, that's how we're able to sell a book from 1951 pre-code for just $20. It has problems. I'm not going to go over all that. You can read it right there. You can look at the pictures in close up. It looks like the story is about some art thieves, and they're being killed one by one by someone or something. You know, as you can see on the cover there, they have found one of their companions just hanging. You can't see the gruesomeness, but just legs dangling. That's never good.
No. Okay, I'm going to do this Adventure Comics 293. This is the first Legion of Super Pets. Why wouldn't you want this? Pets are adorable. So $75 for this one. I saw a video this morning of a girl. I wanted to show you, but you were too busy. She was drawing a bath for herself, and then the dog was in it. What kind of dog would voluntarily get in the bath?
Some dogs like water.
Some dogs like water. Okay. But yeah, first appearance of Legion of Super Pets for $75. All the first appearances and such here. First Crypto the Super Dog.
I'm going to highlight a comment. So check this out. So he's saying that the Fantastic Four trailer might be on Tuesday. So you might have heard it here first. I didn't know that. I will be watching for that.
Cool.
Thank you. Okay, so the next one I'm going to go over is a pretty big one, and one that some of you might have been waiting to find somewhere, and this might be your chance. It is the first appearance of Hellboy, and this is a pretty sharp copy. I'd say it's right at a 9. I don't know if it's any above it. It definitely has been lightly read. There's a few little thumb press things on it. You can read about condition. You can view condition on your own. So we've had Hellboy around for 32 years now. Hellboy came out way back in 1993. Some good times back then. The other thing I was going to talk about is, so it's funny because way later, I think it was only maybe like 5 or 6 years ago, somebody spied in X-Men number 14 that there was Hellboy in a poster in the background that predated this. Mm-hmm. So yeah, X-Men number 14 is also a bit of a big book. It's sort of like a cameo Hellboy before he's really there. He's in a little poster, so be on the lookout for that book. But this is a big one. It's first Hellboy, first cover. I'm sure many of you have seen this cover many, many times. All the cool stuff that Hellboy's been in. I will say my least favorite thing that I've ever seen Hellboy in. There was a PlayStation game. I think it was for PS1. There was a Hellboy PlayStation game. It is almost unplayable. If you want, sometimes I like to play a game just to laugh at how bad it is, and that is one of them. But comic-wise, everything Hellboy has been awesome.
All right, I'm going to highlight a comment because I just saw it. Thank you so much for, yes, Batman 666 was on our website. So we're just going over a little bit of stuff that we posted this week. You guys are totally welcome to check out the rest of those pages and find some good deals and some good stuff on there, like JD Barry just did.
Yep, we keep our prices as low as we find them anywhere else for the same condition or lower. Mm-hmm. Like, you're getting the best price that is pretty much anywhere that we look.
I just wanted to highlight 3 different miniseries in a row. We have Son of Staros 1 through 5, only $15. So that's the complete 2023 series. Star Wars High Republic Adventures for just $30, 1 through 8. So those are complete. And then we have 4 different Marvel miniseries in this one for just $50. So 22 issues. You get the complete Fallen Angels 1 through 4, Iceman 1 through 4, Longshot 1 through 6, and Nightcrawler 1 through 4. So a bunch of miniseries in this one.
All right. So I like bringing weird stuff to the show that people don't even know they might want or might not even know exists. So the next thing is a small miniseries. I don't even know if people knew was out there at all. Who knows The Professional, which I actually more know as Golgo 13. Uh-huh. This is some very early manga stuff. Okay. There's also animes. There was an old NES game that I played as a kid. Golgo 13 was the name of the game. So this series is the comic version. This is the full set, all 3 issues. The manga itself is actually the longest running manga ever. I think it's back from, I wrote it down, 1968 is when they started The Professional. Mm-hmm. Way back then. And it also has the highest number of volumes. And this is what I love about doing the show. Like, I didn't know this. I knew very little other than I played the NES game, and I think I saw some of the anime. I don't know if I've ever read the manga. Anyhow, here's all 3 issues. They came in the door, really good shape. So something really uncommon for maybe somebody who's a little bit more of a manga collector than just a comic collector.
Matt says he knows Golgo 13.
Oh, Matt, do you know the video game or do you know the manga? You'll have to tell us in the comments.
All right. How much more do you have to go over?
I've just got 2 more.
Okay.
Or actually, no, I only have 1 more.
I thought so.
Yeah.
All right. Ooh.
I started with Wolverine, or I nearly started with Wolverine. I'll be ending with Wolverine.
Okay. I'll let you go ahead and do that. He said the anime mostly.
I'm
familiar with.
Okay.
I'll let you go ahead and do this one.
Oh, okay.
I bundled some of mine.
Why, thank you. Okay, so my last one, then Meagan has more. It is Wolverine's limited series. So that's pretty awesome. We had both his entire ongoing series and now also the limited series. These are high quality copies. Take a look at our pictures. You can zoom in to really see what you think. We put 8.5 or better. I think you're going to think some of these are definitely better. This is where Wolverine first said, I'm the best at what I do. I'm the best there is at what I do. And then later on in video games, they kind of shorten it to just, I'm the best there is, which I like. It's a little punchier. It's a little broader. You know, it's not even at what he does. He's just the best there is. Period. Yeah. So this is, of course, Frank Miller did this. He did the covers. He really put a lot of Wolverine's personality together that has gone on to this day. I know at some point somebody's going to grab this. We've priced it very nicely considering the condition.
All right, and I always like to highlight some other parts of the website here at the end. So this is the collectible comics showcase here. This is stuff that, again, is pricier or more collectible, and you can filter it based on the character that you like. So if you're into Deadpool, filter that down, and you can see what we have, Hellboy, and of course, some sections have more than others. Oh, I saw sold out. Looks like somebody bought that first Hellboy. Nice. All right, so other parts of the website for comics, you can just check out right up here. You can see the new releases. Thank you so much. Is that A or an O? AG. We really appreciate it, and it will go to a good home. We'll make sure to combine your shipping. So the new releases, we get our new releases on Fridays, and you can actually get Wednesday's stuff for that next week on Friday. You can check that out here. And you can also go up to the top so you can sign up for subscriptions, see the new releases, go to collectible comics, just check out the graded comics here. This is something that I don't feel like a lot of people know about, but our discount ratios section. So every week we go over the ratio comics that have come out and lower their price so you can get some really good deals there. And then just all the other parts of the site. If you're into video games, action figures, or any of that, make sure to check it out.
All right, everybody. Well, thank you very much for tuning in to our Sunday comic showcase. Some really big books this week. We'll have big books again next week. There we go. We'll have more big books next week. In fact, we start working on the show like right after this. Like right away we get working on it. So we will be back again next week with more awesome stuff.
Yeah. All right.
Have a good rest of your Sunday, everybody.